Hello everyone, it's Timmy2009, and I'm finally back with another video. Now this time I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break from Thomas the Tank Engine for a while. I will get back to it, but it's time for another MLP related video. And this is going to be sort of different from my Bluebird Thomas and Friends reviews. Well, yes, the thing I'm talking about is very small, but today I'm going to be doing a video on a new 3-printed series I made. Now this is sort of a mini-series, because there's I've only made 6 waves so far. I don't know if there's going to be a Series 7 yet, but we'll see. Anyways, so this is the Mini World Magic collection. And for those of you who don't know, Mini World Magic is a sort of mini brand My Little Pony, like Polly Pocket type of thing, sort of like the Bluebird train, so that's why I made this. And it's based off of Generation 5, but as you know, I prefer Generation 4. G4 will always be my favorite of the MLP franchise. So, I made so there's going to be 5 parts to this little mini-series of this review. And I'm pretty sure you can guess what's coming, but I'll save the rest for the other 4 parts. But if you could take a guess at who I made, then we'll see how it goes. But for the first part, we're going to be taking a look at the Student 6. And this is my first time talking about Season 8. Now, I've already mentioned it in a previous video of mine, but for those of you who don't know, I'm just going to be honest. I think Season 8 is the weakest season of My Little Pony. I don't know what it is that I'm not particularly a fan of, but I just don't feel anything watching Season 8. The show does still have some funny moments. The episode ideas aren't that bad in Season 8. There's just a couple that are mediocre, basically rehashing some of the old episodes, making the characters a little bit bland compared to how they were in Season 1 through 7. And just not having that more interesting story ideas. I feel like those are probably the reasons why I think Season 8 is kind of weak. There's only 2 episodes I actually do love. The other ones are just either or downright bad. And I'll explain more once I watch the entirety of Season 8. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a 4th series to my 3-printed ponies, those 3-inch tall ones. But if I do like Season 8, I'll probably consider it. But for now, we have the Student 6 in miniature form. And I'm going to be talking about them all and going in order from least favorite to favorite. Now, I might not say a whole lot about the Student 6 because I do have to admit they are the best parts of Season 8 along with Starlight. Anyways, the only issue I do have with them is that they all are in the same episodes together. Well, except for Smolder, but I'll talk about her later. And this is going to be my first solo MLP type of review, since I'll be the one holding the camera for this. And if you hear any noises in the background, please just ignore it. Anyways, yeah, let's get started. So, I'm going to be ranking these from least favorite to favorite. Not saying that they're all terrible. I just, love some more than others. Alright, so, first I'm going to, say that my least favorite in terms of character personality is Yona. Now, again, I don't hate any of these characters, but the reason why I put Yona at the bottom is because she's the one I know the least. I know Ocellus is pretty shy. Sandbar is the type of cool guy. And hey, that rhymed. Silverstream is very happy-go-lucky and energetic like Pinkie Pie. Again, that rhymed. Anyways. And Gallus and Smolder are the more arrogant type of characters, who act pretty aggressive towards others. But I think the only interesting thing about Yona for me is that she basically has arachnophobia, which is basically a fear of spiders. And I can relate to Yona on that personal level. For those of you who don't know, I hate spiders. I also hate bugs in general. Well, not the movie A Bug's Life, it's one of my favorite Pixar films, but that's besides the point. But yeah, I just think spiders are very scary with their creepy designs and their 8 legs. Like, dude, every time I see a spider, I just want to kill, like, every single spider in existence. Like, I'm sorry. If you like spiders, I respect your opinion, but I don't. Another thing, Spider-Man is a pretty cool superhero, although I'm not really that big into the MCU. I was never really a fan of Marvel or Star Wars to begin with, but if you like those two, I respect your opinions. Anyways, now, I think Yona has a pretty cute design. I think the Yaks are kind of funny, like, especially Prince Rutherford, and the way they just, like, talk like the Incredible Hulk or, like, cavemen, like, not finishing their sentences and stuff and, like, smashing things. Some people might not be a fan of the Yaks or other creatures in My Little Pony, but because I mainly just love the horses, but that's not saying, like, I don't hate every single character in the show. There's a couple I don't like, but that's besides the point. And Yona used to have, like, long, like, braids, but she always, like, kept slipping because she was so clumsy. So that's why they braided her, like, to look like this. I think, okay, I don't know what this, like, type of cloth thing on her body is. Like, it kind of looks like a little turtle shell. That's what it reminds me of. And I do like the horns now. The face came from Discord. Like, I know most of these models might not be 100% accurate, but they look kind of close. You can look at this and say, oh yeah, that's definitely Yona. But yeah, I think that's all I have to add. She's alright. The only thing I like about her is that she has arachnophobia. So, at the end, I'm going to ask you something. So, now let's move on to, okay, what I will say is that at number 5, I don't know, it's a mix between Smolder and Ocellus. I don't know who I like more, so we're just going to start with Smolder. So, Smolder is one of the dragons, and for those of you who don't know, the dragons are supposed to be the mean type of, like, characters who are always, like, aggressive and rude towards others. And they're the more competitive ones. No, what am I saying? The Griffins are actually the meanest of the creatures. Like, they don't get along at all, with a few exceptions of Gabby the Griffin and Gallus. But anyways, back to Smolder. So, yeah, Smolder is kind of like the other dragons, being competitive and rude. But I do kind of like her a little bit more than the others. Like, I think Spike and Discord are my favorites because they're freaking hilarious. And I also do like Dragonlord Ember. She's pretty cute. My least favorite dragon, it's no contest. I hate Garble the dragon, even though he's voiced by Vincent Tong. And I think what sucks is that Smolder is basically Garble's little sister, that, as we find out in Season 9. But yeah, in terms of design, I think she's a pretty cool dragon. So yeah, I think it's a lot to add about Smolder, but yeah, like, some of these characters in Season 8 are a little bit one-dimensional, but they're still kind of cool. But yeah, what do you think of Smolder? Do you like her as a character? The reason why I like her is because, like, she's one of the only few students of the Student 6 who gets her own spotlight episodes, like in Father Knows Beast and Sweet and Smoky and Meltdown, etc. Yeah, I'm not going to waste my breath. Let's talk about Ocellus. So, I've already mentioned that Ocellus is the cute and shy, like, little changeling, like Fluttershy, and the changelings, like, are basically, like, the creepiest of the creatures, in my opinion, like, before Season 6 onwards. Like, they were all black, they had scary designs, they, like, suck out people's love and feed on it. Like, the changeling Queen Chrysalis kidnapped Cadance, cast a spell on Shining Armor. You get the gist. Although, when Season 6, at the end, like, Starlight helps the changelings, like, learn to, like, share the love and not feed on it. And they all change and have pretty beautiful designs. And that's how they stayed throughout the rest of the series. And now, what I do wish is that if the show would have continued, like, I would have loved it if the Student 6 got more spotlight. And had a little bit of growth as well. If they expanded the series after Season 9. I don't think that'll ever happen. I don't know, like, when we might get a new series of My Little Pony where they bring back the main 6, you know, with Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash and all the all the characters that we know and love. But like I said, Ocellus is basically the shy type of character like Fluttershy, which isn't anything too special. We've already seen that with Fluttershy, and Fluttershy has basically learned to become more assertive and, like, less cowardly. I mean, she's, like, scared sometimes, but you know what I mean. But overall, I think Ocellus came out very nice. She has another pretty cute design. Like, in terms of actual quality, I think these came out very nice. Like, the paint jobs and the designs, you know. But yeah, I think that's all I have to add. Nothing really interesting to say about the Student 6, but I still love them. So, now let's move on to my top 3 favorites of the Student 6. Starting with Sandbar. Finally, we have a good character for Vincent Tong. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Vincent Tong. He's a pretty great actor, but I just feel bad that he had to, like, have some of the most mediocre characters in My Little Pony. Garble and Featherbangs. I hate those two so much. However, I really love Sandbar for reasons, of course. Like, he's the only pony in, like, the Student 6. Like, I think he stands out compared to everyone else. And I don't know, like, how many people actually like this character, but... or the Student 6 in general. If you hate the Student 6, that's okay. I respect your opinion, but... getting the shade of green was a little bit tricky, but I still managed to work it out. Like, I don't know what else to add about Sandbar, except he's a pretty cool guy. He has a calm type of voice, and he's a pretty chill dude. But yeah, I still like him nonetheless. And then we have my top 2, Gallus and Silverstream. Now, picking between the two is kind of tough, because, like, okay, when I first watched Season 8, I loved every single character of the Student 6, but over time, it became more easier to, like, pick who my favorite is. Like, sometimes it's hard to pick who my favorite character is in a certain show, because I end up liking all of them. Well, there's a couple I dislike, but that's besides the point. So here we have Gallus and Silverstream, the Griffin and the Hippogriff. I think these two as a couple could possibly, like, work. They just have a pretty cute chemistry. And, like, very nice designs. So, let's actually talk about Mr. Incrediburny's favorite character from the Student 6, Silverstream. Yeah, I have no complaints. I love Silverstream. She's so cute. And she's basically like Pinkie Pie, where she's very happy and playful and energetic. And I love those type of characters. They're always my favorite. I love the happy-go-lucky type characters. Yeah, I think the Hippogriffs are pretty cool. Like, I feel like Silverstream would have to be my favorite Hippogriff, because she's so cute and energetic. I know there's also, like, Queen Novo and Princess Skystar, who actually did make an appearance in Season 9 in the ending of the end, which I was super happy about. They do mention her a few times in Season 8, which is a nice callback to the movie. But yeah, and also, I love Silverstream's cute design. The way those colors, like, clash together, and I don't know what this type of, like, necklace is supposed to be, but her brother Terramar also has it. I think what's all more interesting that I think she has, like, a pet cockatoo in the episode Student Council. But yeah, Silverstream, I love her. And also, she's obsessed with stairs. That's another interesting fact, which is kind of why I like her. And again, I love her happy-go-lucky and energetic personality. Well done, Silverstream. You are amazing. And Mr. Crediburny, if you're watching this, I do hope you like Silverstream here. And my favorite of the Student 6 has to go to Gallus. He's blue, which is my favorite color. I would say he's one of the more... okay, I don't know if I, like, prefer him or Gabby the Griffin. Those two are my favorite Griffins in the show, because they're actually pretty good. But Gallus still does act like a bit of a jerk. But, like, all Griffins act like jerks, let's be honest here, except for Gabby. Yeah, I think Gabby's the only, like, nice Griffin. But I mean, Gallus does have some good moments, but other times, like, he's just making sarcastic and rude remarks about the other characters and just, like, being aggressive, like Smolder. Like, I can see why these two would have a better dynamic than him and Silverstream, but I still ship Gallus and Silverstream. I think maybe a couple of other, like, My Little Pony fans might as well. But yeah, like, I think Gallus overall has pretty great design. I love the way the paint job looks. And I think the Student 6 have nice colors in general. But yeah, not much else to add about Gallus. Like I said, the Student 6 don't have that much depth to them. But overall, I think they're pretty cool. Definitely, the only, one of the few good things about Season 8, in my opinion. Alright, so, that was Student 6. Now, this video might have been a little bit short, but I think I've got my points over the Student 6. I think they're, some of the least, interesting characters to talk about, but I do look forward to, the other 4 parts, because, I have a lot of great, characters. So, let me know what your thoughts are on the Student 6, and who's your favorite? Do you like Gallus, Silverstream, Sandbar, Ocellus, Smolder, or Yona the best? Let me know down in the comments below. And stay tuned for part 2 as we look at the rest of the characters. Bye for now.